Hi, everybody. Today's gospel reflection comes from the 8th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus said, "Very truly I tell you, whoever keeps my word will never see death." The Jews said to him, "Now we know that you have a demon. Abraham died, and so did the prophets. Yet you say, whoever keeps my word will never taste death. Are you greater than our father Abraham, who died? The prophets also died. Who do you claim to be?" Jesus answered, "If I glorify myself, my glory is nothing. It is my Father who glorifies me, he of whom you say, he is our God, though you do not know him. But I know him. If I would say that I do not know him, I would be a liar like you. But I do know him, and I keep his word. Your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad." Then the Jews said to him, "You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham?" Jesus said to them, "Very truly, I tell you, before Abraham was, I am." So they picked up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple. Quite a story. Story of Jesus kind of revealing who he is, and the powers that be listening didn't like it. What I am so struck by, though, is the response of the people and how human it is and how it causes me to be quite sad and also to be curious on how we can be different. So when Jesus says something that these people, the powers that be, the Pharisees, the people in the temple, didn't agree with, their response was violence. Their response was to try to kill him. Think about that for a minute. It wasn't to wonder. It wasn't to create space. It was to actually pick up stones to kill him. I have to say that I wish this was like this isolated incident in humanity where, oh my gosh, this is such a strange example. But we do it all the time. Whenever we hear something we don't agree with, a political position, a religious position, an idea that we don't agree with, oftentimes our humanness, the response is violence. Now, not always physical violence, but this idea that we have to somehow crush this other idea. And I wonder if we can just take a pause for a minute and wonder what it would be like if somebody said, "This is my experience of," let's take a big one, God. And instead of judging it and saying, "Is that my experience? Is that right or wrong?" to simply listen, to go, wonder what that's like. This is my experience of being a Christian. This is my experience of God. This is my experience of being an American. This is my experience of being a human. There's so much going on in our world. It's all about conflict, where we are trying to say who's right and who's wrong, who's in and who's out. I wonder, as we approach Holy Week, if we might take this time to push pause and to actually listen to ourselves, to each other, and on our best days, to God. Amen.